Well, we thought we might get a break from the drama of Kirk Minihane and Barstool Sports, but alas, we didn't. And almost like a zombie back from the dead, Kirk appeared again via YouTube, the Kirk Minihane YouTube channel. I think what he's trying to show is that he's not that whacked out. There were still some signs of kind of disassociation from reality and a little bit of lisping, but that could have been from a tooth. Maybe he had a tooth chip or a dental issue creating the speech impediment that I think listeners picked up on. But the meat of the story is what resonated with me, Smugsy, the ex-token intellectual of the Kirk Minihane Show, now identifying as the Barstool Cougar. I hope you subscribe to the Smugsy Show. My take is that we saw Kirk demonstrate his ability to take a story about Bubba Wallace and racism and somehow make it again about himself, like he's the victim again. It's just, he's the master at it. I mean, so Kirk said that if he had said on Sunday, when it was first reported that a noose was found in Bubba Wallace's stall at NASCAR, if Kirk had said that he disbelieved the story, he would have been called a racist. And therefore, he's been silenced. Now, he didn't say that. He didn't have the courage to say it. He was too busy really having some sort of breakdown, as we know. But if he had said it, he would have been called racist. And so, in his mind, he's exonerated. He's not racist because there was not a noose found in Bubba Wallace's stall that could be associated with him. And Kirk's not racist because he disbelieved the story. So this was, Bubba Wallace, of course, is the only African American, and this is days, seconds, within minutes and seconds of the NASCAR finally prohibiting the Confederate flag at races. And of course, at a moment in American culture where racial tension and the conversation around race is like at an all-time peak. But Kirk feels vindicated that because he says now that he did have doubt and he would have said it, but if he had said it, he would have been called a racist, that he's a victim and he feels silenced. And he's not a racist, even though some people might cringe when you hear Kirk Minihane suggest that Bubba Wallace should have known better. He should have investigated, according to Kirk today. He should have waited and asked some questions, as if, it was his job to do anything other than respond. And, of course, how Bubba Wallace responded was, according to Kirk, a tirade. And Kirk suggested that Bubba Wallace was somehow kind of doing this to enhance his brand, this tirade, when my observation of Bubba Wallace's response to the report that he got that there had been a noose found was that he cried and he allowed his colleagues to the next day push his car, and then welcomed positive energy from NASCAR fans around race relations. So Bubba Wallace's response, in Kirk Minihane's view, was completely unacceptable. He should have done more. And so that's, that was basically the gist of Kirk's coming back to life, to be sort of a hero after the fact about the Bubba Wallace story. And then, of course, there was a segment into his kind of groveling back to Dave Portnoy, but also at the same time doing little digs. And so Kirk's criticism of Dave is that Dave said, "I stand with Bubba Wallace," and Kirk thinks that, oh, what a fool, what a fool to say that you stand in solidarity with the only black race driver at the moment. Because, why would you want to stand with somebody like that? So Kirk, again, really, I don't know, in his mind, there's absolutely no basis for suggesting that he's racist, and that, he just speaks his mind like Dave Portnoy, and he's trying to, make the case that, if things go south with him and Barstool, it's because Kirk is just doing what Dave does and not being treated the same. So that's it. I'm sure the Minifans are just going to hook onto that theory, right? And they're just going to play it like, oh, big bad Dave, big bad Barstool, standing with Bubba Wallace, now. Of course, Kirk is not Dave, right? I mean, Dave gets to say what he wants and do what he wants because it's his own company, and Kirk is an employee of Dave. So, I don't care what your politics are. If you've ever owned a business, you fucking hate employees like Kirk Minihane. What a pain. Just like a problem. Just a problem. And now it's going to be interesting to see how Dave navigates it, because Kirk's going to play the victim, right? I can't say what I want. And, then he tried to talk about the whole profit thing. And so, ongoing drama, I'll be here to help make sense of it all. Until next time, this is Smugsy, next token intellectual of the Kirk Minihane Show, and now identifying as the Barstool Cougar, signing off.